Hi guys, thanks ever so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be talking about sleep, how to get yourself asleep, and if you wake yourself up, how to get yourself back to sleep. Recent research shows that 1 in 3 of us presents at our GPs with sleep disturbance, insomnia, and that we then try to self-medicate using caffeine to wake ourselves up during the day and alcohol in the evening to relax ourselves. GPs commonly will prescribe sleeping medication, which is highly addictive, and the research showed that the treatment of choice is cognitive behavioural therapy. The key to a good night's sleep has nothing to do with the night, has everything to do with the day. Let me explain. Falling asleep is all about letting go. We can't force ourselves to fall asleep. We're not in control of it. So if we spent the whole day trying to be in control of our lives, racing round, rushing to relax, trying to get as much done as we possibly can, we're going to find it very difficult to fall asleep in the evening because we've been working the muscle of being in control all day long. The other problem we face is that the brain is paradoxical. If we say, I must do something, it does the very opposite. So the more we demand to be in control and to fall asleep, the more it will keep us awake. Allow me to illustrate that point to you. I'd like you to ignore the noise of the traffic outside. Just completely ignore the noise of the road. Just get it out of your head. Don't even think about it. Just focus on what I'm saying. We can't do it. Actually, the more we try and do it, the worse it becomes, the more we tune into that noise. The brain works exactly the same way with sleep. The more we demand we fall asleep, the more we'll stay awake. The brain doesn't work like an on-off switch when it comes to control. It works like a dimmer switch. It goes down slowly over time. So the second main reason that leads to sleep disturbance is a low frustration tolerance to feeling tired the next day. We wake up, we look at the clock, and we start upsetting ourselves, thinking we have to get ourselves back to sleep, otherwise we're going to be so tired the next day. And then we start the countdown. We think to ourselves, well, I've only got 2 hours left, I have to get myself to sleep now. And we start upsetting ourselves, and we start awfulising and catastrophising. So here are now the 5 top tips from CBT to be able to get yourself to sleep and to be able to have a good night's sleep. In at number 5 is sleep restriction. It's very important that our beds are seen as somewhere sacred and restricted just for sleep, and one other activity if you're very lucky. Research shows that if we wake up and we lie there for longer than 20 minutes, we start to condition our brains that the bed is somewhere to chill out and relax and not just sleep. So what's important, if we wake up and we're lying there, it's important to get out of bed and do some low-level activity like reading a book until we feel sleepy, and then we can return back to bed. In at number 4, avoid all devices just before bed. There's been umpteen research studies over the past few years showing how blue light affects the production of melatonin in the brain, a chemical essential for a good night's sleep. It's important not to watch anything too stimulating as well just before bed. Or reading work emails or taking work phone calls in bed is an absolute no-no. And now in at number 3 is sleep hygiene. Sleep hygiene is defined by the practices and habits that we conduct during the day and in the evening to get ourselves to sleep. If we've had a poor night's sleep, it's essential that we have a very active day. Exercise, don't give in to naps, and don't sit on the couch drinking stimulants. It's ever so important to act as if you've not had a bad night's sleep. Fake it till you make it. Just keep going and don't go anywhere near the bed until it's time to go to sleep. Good sleep hygiene also dictates no heavy conversations just before you go to sleep.
I've booked you in for a vasectomy on Tuesday morning.
Number 2 is the vicious cycle of caffeine and alcohol. Caffeine has been called the most popular drug in the world, and studies have shown that it takes the body up to 12 hours to shift the stimulants from just 1 cup of coffee. Then we drink alcohol in the evening as a way of relaxing us, and it makes us feel sluggish, but we go to sleep too quickly and too deeply, and our bodies don't get the REM sleep, the rapid eye movement sleep, which makes us feel refreshed. As a consequence, we wake up in the morning feeling tired, and we start the whole cycle off again. In at number 1 is CBT's mindfulness, meditation but with the religion taken out of it. Recent research from Oxford University showed that mindfulness can be just as effective as antidepressants, and that people that practice mindfulness are 50% less likely to relapse into depression and anxiety. But it needs to be practiced throughout the day, not just in the evening. And so if you'd like me to do a video for you on mindfulness, please just mention it in the comments and I'll do it for you with pleasure. Thank you ever so much for watching. Please subscribe and Cookie will receive this treat.